politically correct. It's sort of gone a bit in the SNL direction, somewhat leftist. It's basically it will not really make fun of anything on the left, and it used to be much more even-handed than The Onion, and then they just got the woke mind virus.
All right, guys. So this image right here that you're saying is the type of content that Netflix is producing that they believe is going to make them money and help them gain more subscribers, allegedly. Now, the title of this Netflix show is called He's Expecting. Okay? He's Expecting, which basically seems like it is chronicling a man who is having a child, okay, which we know is biologically impossible. But this is the type of content that you get when the company is listening to their woke employees, the same employees that complain about Dave Chappelle. And a part of their demands in regards to Dave Chappelle was, one, they wanted to cancel him, but Dave Chappelle was making Netflix too much money for them to actually cancel him. So the second best thing is to capitulate to these woke demands and to produce more content that they like, okay, that is going to be more affirming to their lifestyles. And when that happens, this is what you get. However, like I said before, when that happened, when they was making these demands, I don't think that there's a market for this, right? I don't think that people want to watch stuff like this, right? I don't think there's a market for this type of content. And I think that I'm right, okay? As Netflix, allegedly, their stock is tanking massively at a historic rate. Not only that, they are losing subscribers in the hundreds of thousands. Okay, allegedly they've lost 200,000 subscribers in just the first quarter of this year. Just the first quarter. And their stock has plummeted more than 50% year to date, which means that if you would have invested in Netflix at the beginning of this year, you literally would have lost half of your money in 4 months, right? In 4 months, you would have lost half of your money. Again, a word to the wise. Don't invest in woke. Don't lay in bed with the woke. Don't, right? I don't know how many times this had to happen for people to finally understand this. They're doing so bad that even Elon Musk has come out and roasted Netflix for having what he calls the woke mind virus, which makes the streaming service unwatchable, right? Again, I find this to be hilarious because this comes as a ton of woke programming has been failing. We talked about the Black News Channel, which failed. We talked about Jon Stewart's new woke anti-white Apple TV show, which is failing. Okay, we talked about CNN Plus, which is failing. Okay, we're gonna talk more about CNN Plus a little bit in this video, but yeah, it seems like all these companies that are trying this, that are going down this route of woke programming, they're massively failing. And Disney better take notes, right? They better take notes if they want their streaming service, Disney Plus, to be successful, because the streaming market is ultra competitive. And it seems like these streaming services that are promoting this woke content, it seems like they're failing, right? That's what it seems like. So with that being said, let's actually read about Elon Musk ripping Netflix for being too woke and the nosedive that this company is taking as they're producing content that doesn't align with basic biology. But hey, the woke employees need representation, even at the expense of the company's financial prosperity. Again, this is why you don't lay in bed with these people, right? They don't understand anything. They understand nothing at all. Nothing at all. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk ripped Netflix for having a, quote, woke mind virus that makes subscription streaming service, quote unquote, unwatchable Tuesday as shares took a nosedive. Quote, the woke mind virus is making Netflix unwatchable, Musk tweeted Tuesday night, responding to Slashdot's tweet about Netflix shares catering by 20% after the company reported it lost subscribers for the first time in more than 10 years. Again, geez, I wonder why that's happening, okay? Could it just be that people don't want to watch a show that features a man getting pregnant, okay? Or a Colin Kaepernick documentary in which this guy alleges that the NFL is like slavery, okay? Compares it to a plantation. Or they don't want to watch shows that literally just exist to bash white people, okay, to hate on white people. I'm just saying, I don't think that people particularly want to watch that type of content. But who knows? Who am I, right? I'm not an executive running these companies. I don't know. By Wednesday morning, before market open, Netflix shares were down by 27%. The Wall Street Journal reported Wednesday that Netflix shares were on course for their worst day in nearly a decade. Wow, this company is tanking, right? Literally tanking. In releasing its first quarter report Tuesday afternoon, Netflix co-CEO Reed Hastings said the company would be experimenting with lower cost ad-supported packages and acknowledged the effect of growing competition in the streaming market. The company projected even greater loss of 2 million subscribers in the second quarter, meaning it would end the first half of the year down 7.8 million subscribers than from what Wall Street was expecting, according to the Journal. So they're on pace to lose 2 million more subscribers in the second quarter. I mean, that's terrible. That's absolutely terrible, right? I would love to be a fly on the wall in one of these executive meetings. I really would be. Meanwhile, Musk is working with investment bank Morgan Stanley to secure funding for his $43 million bid to buy Twitter and take the social media platform private, the New York Times reported Tuesday. The billionaire has been a vocal critic of what he sees as big tech's trend of censoring free speech, especially conservative viewpoints. Musk indicated he is willing to spend up to $15 billion of his own cash to take Twitter private and is expecting to make a bid in less than 10 days, according to reports Tuesday. So it seems like Elon Musk is actually serious about trying to take over Twitter. So Netflix is not the only woke streaming platform that is struggling. At the very least, it's not CNN Plus, which is on the verge of collapsing. Okay, as we talked about before, CNN Plus is CNN's version of having, like, I guess, woke streaming programming. Okay, they have an all-star lineup of people like Jamel Hill and Chris Wallace, right? People that can really attract the audience, and Brian Seltzer as well too. He definitely attracts the audience because he does that on his regular show on CNN, right? Again, the executives in that boardroom should all be fired, right? They have no idea what they're doing. But there's more news that has come out about CNN Plus, as apparently they've suspended all external marketing and lays off CNN CFO. So the layoffs and firings are beginning, okay? They are beginning for the company, and it's not going to be that long until people like Jamel Hill and Chris Wallace are looking for jobs again, right? Which, again, I feel bad for them losing their jobs. I just don't know why in the world they thought it would be a good idea to join CNN Plus. A idea that was very bad, and it was very clear that nobody was going to sign up for this. Nobody watches the regular CNN. Why would you pay to watch Jamel Hill and Chris Wallace and Brian Seltzer? I would never pay to watch that. It's not looking good for CNN Plus. Less than a month after the streaming service launch, parent company Warner Bros. Discovery suspended all external marketing for CNN Plus, according to a report from Axios. The company also laid off CNN Chief Financial Officer Brad Fair, replacing him with Neil Chagani, Discovery's current CFO, for streaming and international as a part of a broader financial restructuring. AKA, this company is losing money, right? And we have to restructure it financially to be able to keep it afloat, right? That's what's happening. The move comes just weeks after Warner Media and Discovery completed the merger into Warner Bros. Discovery, with the plan to eventually build one streaming offering centered around HBO Max. Sarah Fisher, who published the report, writes, Discovery executives are frustrated that the service launched. If CNN held off launching CNN Plus until after the merger, it would have been easier to pivot the company's efforts towards something better aligned with Discovery's goals. The streaming service currently has around 150,000 subscribers, and CNN's original plan was for the service to become profitable in 4 years with $1 billion invested. Around $300 million has already been spent on CNN Plus, which includes roughly $100 million on marketing. Yeah, so the writing's on the wall. Okay, that's $300 million down the drain, and it's a good thing that Discovery has come in. People that seem to actually have some competence. They come in and said, no, we can't keep doing this, right? Y'all trying to invest $1 billion in this? Bruh, there's no way they're making that back in 4 years. There's no way. There's no way, okay? They're not. The subscription-based streamer, which charges $5.99 a month or $59.99 annually, launched earlier this month on Roku, North America's most used connected TV platform. However, Fisher reports that with marketing suspended, there are concerns that growth will be short-lived. I mean, it was barely growing in the first place. I think they had like 10,000 daily viewers or something like that, which is pathetic for a platform backed by a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. It really is sad. Fisher cites sources within the company that says executives are frustrated that new leadership is moving quickly to dismantle what they see as an eventual lifeline for the cable network, believing that a profitable service would have diversified CNN's revenue long term around a new digital asset. Yeah, I mean, they're concerned because cable, right, or at least traditional cable as we know it, and people watching regular news and stuff like that, I mean, that is basically dying, okay? And people are turning to more alternative sources of getting the news, you know, like YouTube channels, normal people talking about this stuff instead of these so-called journalists, right? And the reason why is because people don't trust the mainstream media anymore, right? They put out so much propaganda and lies that people are like, you know what, I'd rather listen to, you know, somebody on the internet, okay, than some of these guys, right? And that's just what it is. I mean, it's 100% their fault, right? It really is. And CNN is just another one of these media conglomerates that have lost the trust of the American people. And because of that, they're suffering. Axios also reports that CNN is considering replacing Chris Cuomo's former 9 p.m. slot with a live newscast as opposed to perspective programming. Well, that sounds bad for Chris Wallace, who allegedly is having breakdowns over this. He wants Chris Cuomo's 9 p.m. slot. But CNN, the one smart decision that they're making here is not giving it to that guy, because I don't think that Chris Wallace is going to attract many viewers. CNN Plus did not immediately respond to a request for comment on the Axios report. Yeah, so I'm actually loving every second of these woke platforms collapsing, okay? Because it's very predictable that this was going to happen. There's simply not a market for the things that these guys are trying to push. Streaming in and of itself is already a very competitive market. So then you go in and you add a bunch of woke streaming services. Everybody's basically woke at this point. They're not differentiating themselves in any way whatsoever. People aren't going to pay for this stuff. They're simply not going to pay for it. I know damn well I don't pay for any of this stuff. I don't pay for any of these streaming services because I'm simply happy getting my news and my entertainment for free, right? I mean, it is what it is. I'm definitely not going to pay to have people push propaganda on me, okay? I can get that for free. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.